Hey everybody, Melissa here. Happy almost St. Patrick's Day. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day in your house? Look for a leprechaun? Find gold coins? We usually just wear the color green or bake some awesome Irish cookies. I can just taste them now. I can't wait to make them. Well, have you heard the news? We're hosting our free community egg hunt that's happening on March 27th from 10 a.m. to noon right at Christ Church of the Valley. There'll be 20,000 eggs, age-appropriate hunts, food trucks, music, and more. The event is entirely outside with plenty of room to socially and safely distance. Your parents can find out more information at ccvlive.com. Today, we're jumping back into our series Bake Off, where we talk about the word patience. Patience is waiting until later for what you want right now. Like those Irish cookies I can't stop thinking about. I am definitely going to need some patience today. Having patience reminds me of our March Bible verse. It's from Psalm 27:14 and says this: "Wait for the Lord. Be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord." Actually, one of my K3 friends, Savannah, has been patiently waiting to share her video of sharing this verse. Take it away, Savannah.
Wait for the Lord. Be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord. Proverbs 27. Wait for the Lord. Be strong and don't lose hope. Wait for the Lord. Proverbs 27.
Wow, great job, Savannah. Before we head into our game, we've got a birthday shout out for this week. Actually, it's for today. Happy birthday to Willow. Whoa, Willow, that's an awesome Valentine's basket you're holding in your picture. I'm assuming it's a Valentine's Day treat. If you're watching this on Sunday, March 14th, then you're watching this on Willow's 6th birthday. Woo! 2 hands now, girl. Willow, your family has a special message to share with you. It says, "Mommy, Mark, and Addie love you so much." Remember, if you'd like a birthday shout out for your birthday, all your parents have to do is fill out the form on the Valley Kids section of ccvlive.com. Tell us your name, your grade, your birthday, and of course, how old you're turning. Again, happy birthday, Willow. Hope you have a great day celebrating 6 years. Before we jump into worship and our lesson taught by Orange Kids, let's play a game. Since St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, this game's called Go Green. It's actually all about recycling. In a few moments, your job will be to look at the item shown on the screen and to decide whether you think the item can be recycled. You know, like turned into a different type of item instead of throwing it into a giant trash pile. People call this going green. Think you have a special eye for our green items today? Let's give it a try. How'd you do? In all honesty, I totally thought napkins were recyclable. I'm gonna have to change my methods for cleanup now. In today's story, we'll hear from a group of people who found it very hard to wait. I can relate. This week, I had to wait so many times. But I did remember last week's truth that I'm not alone when I wait. But don't worry, I won't make you wait any longer to hear this Bible story. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
story inspired by the book of Exodus, chapter 32, verses 1 through 35.
For hundreds of years, God's people lived as slaves in Egypt. They cried out to God, and God rescued them. He led them through the midst of the Red Sea to freedom in the wilderness. And that's where he showed his love and care by providing bread from heaven and water from solid rock. 3 months later, God led his people to Mount Sinai, where they camped at the foot of the mountain in the desert. Moses was called to by God from the mountain.
Say to my people, the Israelites, you have seen for yourselves what I did to Egypt. You saw how I carried you on the wings of eagles and brought you to myself. Now obey me completely. If you do, then out of all the nations, you will be my special treasure.
Moses shared God's word with the people.
We will do everything the Lord has said.
God called Moses to meet with him on the mountaintop. Moses spoke to the elders of the Israelites before he left.
Wait here until I come back. My brother Aaron and Hur will stay with you. Anyone who has a problem can go to them.
Don't sweat it. We got this.
No one can come up. The mountain is holy.
Noted.
I'll see you soon-ish.
Have fun storming the mountain.
As Moses and his assistant Joshua began to climb the steep slopes, the glory of God settled on Mount Sinai like thick cloud and burning fire.
I will give you stone tablets. They contain the law and commandments I have written to teach the people.
Moses stayed within the cloud on top of Mount Sinai, talking with God for 40 days and nights. Meanwhile, back at the camp, the Israelites were growing restless.
I'm so, over this desert camping thing.
Yeah, that Moses seems kind of unreliable to me.
Yeah, what if he's making up all the God stuff? You know, besides the cloud and the Red Sea and food from heaven and all that.
He's certainly taking long enough. Hey, Aaron, where's your brother?
Aaron shrugged and pointed to the cloud that hovered over the mountain.
You know as much as I do.
We need someone to really take charge.
A God we can see, a God who will lead us.
Keep talking, bro.
Good point.
Moses may have brought us out of Egypt, but he's just disappeared. Poof. What are you gonna do, Aaron?
Aaron was tired of the people's complaining, so he buckled under pressure.
Give me all your gold jewelry.
Aaron took all the gold the people brought him and melted it down. Then he shaped it into the form of a golden calf.
Israel, here is your God who brought you out of Egypt.
It's so shiny.
Well, when Aaron saw how excited the people were, he built an altar in front of the calf.
Tomorrow will be a feast day.
So all the next day, the Israelites brought sacrifices to honor a golden calf made out of their own jewelry. The people ate, drank, and danced wildly in front of the statue.
Who wants to walk like an Egyptian? Huh?
Not me. We just got out of there. Thanks to this amazing calf.
Back on the mountain, in the midst of the cloud, God spoke to Moses.
Go down. Your people you brought up out of Egypt have become very sinful. They have turned away from what I commanded.
Heartbroken, Moses and Joshua made their way back down the mountain. Moses carried 2 heavy stone tablets covered with the laws God had given. The 2 men stopped in their tracks.
Wait, is that the sound of war? It's not the sound of winning or losing. That's singing.
Moses and Joshua picked up their pace, scrambling down the mountainside. As they approached the camp, Moses saw the golden calf. Dazzling in the sunlight, the Israelites danced wildly around it.
Inconceivable!
Moses was so angry, he took the stone tablets and hurled them to the ground.
Stop! Stop this at once!
The music and dancing stopped. Moses marched right through the crowd, right up to the golden calf. Aaron tried to sheepishly duck away, but Moses spotted him at once.
What did these people do to you? How did they make you lead them into such terrible sin?
Okay, don't be angry. You know how these people are. They said, make us a god to lead us. And then they gave me their gold jewelry. And I threw it into the fire, and out came this calf.
Aaron couldn't look his brother in the eye. They both knew the true story.
Why didn't you wait for me? The people are running wild. We've become a joke to our enemies.
Moses toppled the golden calf into the fire to burn. Then he ground the golden calf into a fine powder and scattered it on the water.
Drink it, all of you.
This is hard to drink.
Oh, my stomach feels downright awful.
God helped his people over and over, but when they had to wait, they forgot his goodness. They chose their own way, and the consequences weren't so golden.
A confession to make. Sometimes I don't have patience. Sometimes I'm more like the Israelites in the story. I trick myself into thinking I can't wait for what I want. Have you ever done that? Like, have you ever eaten a snack when you weren't supposed to because you couldn't wait until dinner? Have you ever found the secret hiding spot for your presents because you couldn't wait until your birthday to find out what you got? A lot of us have done those things, even though we know better. Maybe instead of tricking ourselves into thinking that we can't wait, we can remember instead what's true. Instead of eating the snack that we're not supposed to, remember that it spoils your appetite during dinner time. Instead of sneaking around and looking for presents, remember how happy it makes others when they surprise you. If you're waiting for something big, some pain to go away, or for some sadness to end, remember what God has done in the past. Remember his miracles. Remember his son Jesus and how he died on the cross for us and came back in 3 days. Ask God to help you control what you think. Here's the one thing to remember today. When you have to wait, remember what's true. Let me say that again, because even our parents in the room can really remember this one. When you have to wait, remember what's true. It sounds easy to control or thinking, but it really takes practice. Luckily though, we can practice this week because we're always waiting for something. Which reminds me, it's time to stop waiting and sing and dance. Have you learned the words to our new worship song, Turn It Up, yet? Well, what are you waiting for? And don't forget to pencil in March 27th on your calendar for our free outdoor egg hunt. We can't wait to see you there. Have a great week, K3, and stay connected. Remember what's true.
anticipating. The walls are breaking. We'll take the promised land, and I will turn this place into a place of praise. And as I do, I know He'll bring about the change. Oh, this is an offering. This is a sacrifice. We give you everything. I give you everything. Building an altar to your name. Whoa, right here, right now. This is where praise breaks out. Whoa, right here, right now. This is where the walls come down. Let's go! So here, everything is changing. So here, every chain is breaking, and I can be fearless, 'cause you are here with me. Oh yeah, 'cause you're here, Jesus. 'Cause you're here, I live in freedom. 'Cause you're here, Lord, I believe that I can be fearless, 'cause you are here with me. Right here, right now, this is where praise breaks out. Whoa, right here, right now, this is where the walls come down. Let's go!